where to start on somebody who would say something like that? Okay, I think so. A person who would say something like that, they think that they're strong. They think that the ID poll, you know, rad lib, cry about everything. Oh, that's not right. I'm going to sit here in the street and cry about it because you're so wrong. It, that looks really weak. And I think they're trying to be like show this, and they worship weakness. There's a thing about a lot of these people who don't actually want to win, the Trotskyites. They love revolutions that lose, but when somebody wins, like China or the Soviet Union, oh, Stalin was evil, China, Mao killed all these. They make up this stuff. They only want to praise the victim. They only want to praise someone. It's like this middle class liberal bullshit that they don't even really care about the people they're talking about. They just want to identify with the victim and feel moral superior that they identify with that victim. And I think the person that would say such a thing, they want to be a strong figure. They want to show masculinity. They want to be the opposite of this. And I think the reality is that is just as weak and just as crazy and just as infantile. I think there's a potential of being the opposite side of the same coin as the synthetic left. And that is where you're purposely over aggressive. You're purposely trying to create division. You're purposely saying stuff that will piss off, that will supposedly piss off the wokes. And in reality, you're pissing off working class, poor black and brown people who are rightfully angry of your absurdity. And you look weak, and you look dumb, and you're not coming from a position of power, because somebody who is strong and coming from a position of power, they don't have to look like a goddamn pompous clown. If you look at the way Putin speaks, very plain, very straightforward, goes in the room, everybody looks at him, he gets their attention. He goes into, Xi Jinping does this. He'll go into a room of executives, and they know with the state power and the power of the people that billionaires can be executed, companies can be seized. And he doesn't have to make debate bro the leaders of the companies. He just says, you're gone. You violated the rights of the people. That is a portion of strength, not pompous clown debate bro bullshit. Makes you look weak. It makes us look weak. It makes the entire movement look infantile. So stop it. Now, also, on top of that, position of strength, strong people and wise people invite criticism. They invite criticism because they know they are not perfect. And they know they can improve. And then if the criticism is wrong, they respond to it. But if it's right, they have the strength, they have the self-confidence in themselves to be able to look at something that's wrong with themselves, move on and improve from that. And you're not allowed to criticize me. What it leads to is weak, isolated organizations that implode on themselves. And it's absolutely unnecessary. It doesn't need to be happening. Now, this idea that in an organization that if you piss off women, or if you piss off people of color, those people are just supposed to hit it on the head and not talk about it. That is dehumanizing. That is indignant. That nobody should have to go through racism or sexism in a revolutionary organization, and is not the victims of racism and sexism that are the wreckers, that are trying to destroy the movement. It is the racism and sexism itself not being challenged in those organizations. That is the problem with those organizations. That is the problem that needs to be dealt with. And if you truly care about the revolution and the movement, you need to address sexism and racism and bad form and these tactics, these ineffective toxic tactics. You have to address them and correct them. This ain't about trying to build the big. I mean, it's good to build a following, but and at the end of the day, we're trying to reach the masses of the people. I'm from the South. I'm a worker in the South. Half my coworkers in my current job are black. The majority of the people around me were not white in the lowest position, the jobs in the sweatshops, in agriculture, in construction, and working class people. They don't say shit like that. Honestly, working class people are forced to live in communal structures. We share cars. We share phone plans with people. We cannot be bombastic and think only about ourselves and alienate everyone around us that's not like this. Working class people are in such bad situations. We need to develop communal support networks, and we can't be like the king of our little worlds. You know, we're constantly having to deal with people we don't want to build larger collective structures for basic survival. And this pompousness, this arrogance, is completely antithetic to legitimate working class culture. I think that's